This episode of Gunz N Dogz is brought to you by chairs. If you don't stand for something, use a chair. Roof. Can't wait to get in there. Roof. Gunz N Dogz. 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 Today we're going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson Performance Center Shield Plus Carry Comp in 9mm. We've already done a tabletop review, a quick review on it. This is going to be the shooting review that we do today. If you haven't seen that last video, go back and check it out. Maybe watch it before you watch this one. And if you shot it before, let me know your thoughts on it. If you haven't shot it before, let me know in the last video how you think it's going to do with that updated front sight and the blacked out rear sight, the comp, and the slide things, the slide cuts. No, the barrel. Today we're going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson Performance Center Shield 9 Plus Carry Comp.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Pause.
So today we're going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus Carry Comp. It's the performance version of the Shield Plus by Smith & Wesson. We've already done a tabletop review on it. Today we're going to be doing a shooting review. And if you've shot it before, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't shot it before, let me know how you think it's going to perform with that updated front sight, blacked out rear sight, and also the comp, of course, that's supposed to mitigate some of that recoil. So let me know what you think, and we're excited to be here at the Army-Navy Outdoor Center in Stockbridge, Georgia.
Will be rewarded in the last line given my duties, and injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared.
Test out this Smith & Wesson Performance Center M&P Shield Plus Carry Comp.
Do you mind?
Have you seen it?
I think we got one in the one of his performance. Oh yeah, we do have one in the county. Not with optic on it though.
It's got that Holosun EPS carry on it.
Yeah, this is nice. I actually been wanting to get one.
I tell you what, it is hard to rack unless you use the sight itself. People. Alright, so we're going to be shooting the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus Carry Comp. A little bit about this gun. If you haven't seen it before, it's got the updated front sight, got the blacked out rear sight. We've got a Holosun EPS carry on it, red dot. It's very nice, very noticeable, easy to pick up. See how it shoots. Updated comp on here and see if it mitigates. Let's do it. to the right a bit. Is if it didn't have this red dot on it, you would want to put this right in between here and have it level. If I do that, that dot is right on there, but it's shooting way to the left. So I really want to move this dot over before I keep shooting. So you have to have the key that it comes with, and you twist left or right depending on whether you want to go up or down, left or right. You got windage and you got elevation. So we need to change the windage a little bit. It's not too far off because I'm probably jerking the trigger a little bit. Reason why it's going left, but it shouldn't be going left that much and that low left. So we got to set this thing in. I don't have my tool to do that, so I'm just have to modulate to the right to make that happen. All right. So, I don't know if you got a good shot of the muzzle rise, but the recoil is definitely mitigated by this comp. They did a really good job on this, and the trigger is good too. So, anytime you can reduce the recoil and have a great trigger, I'll show you the trigger real quick. Make sure we're empty. So let's test out the trigger. There's a little bit of take up there. You hit a wall, then a nice clean break. Then the reset is tactile. I can feel it and I can hear it. And then a nice clean break again. Let's show that again. Hit the wall, pause, clean break, reset. You hear it and feel it, and then a nice trigger again. I really like this gun, and this is going to be my carry gun for Roof. Perfect. I really like this gun. This is definitely going to be my carry gun from here on out. So I'm going to aim way to the right. I was aiming here. And where did it hit? This is where it hit? Okay. All right. I got it. Same old. So it's accurate. I just got to figure out where exactly I need to aim without adjusting the dots. So I'm going to figure this thing out. All right, so let's talk real quick about the dynamics of shooting a pistol. So even though we have a nice comp on this gun and a nice trigger, you still have to have the right fundamentals of shooting. So that means your grip has to be high up on the tang. You want to get all the way up there. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. You want to get high up on that tang. All right. And when you go to present, once your thumb. Roof. That sounded like America. So when you go to present, you want both thumbs to be facing forward, like that. All right. This thumb is going to keep the gun from going that way, and this thumb is just helping that. this side here is going to keep it stable as well. So when you got all that together and you go to present, all you're wanting to do is put that front sight in between that rear sight. If you line that up perfectly, you'll have a perfect shot. All right. We talked a little about the trigger pull, so you got to make sure that the pull is straight back. You don't put too much meat on the trigger. I go to like the halfway point of that first little meaty point. If I go too far here, I'm gonna be jerking the gun and it's gonna be off a bit. So all that stuff adds up to a perfect recipe of a nice shot, okay? So let's see what we got here. Let's take this clown out. Cut that. Remember to load a round into the chamber before you try to shoot, okay? All right. I'm gonna make a smiley face on him. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna shoot. Here's another thing. Depending on the distance, you're gonna have to adjust a bit because it's not perfectly zeroed for every distance. As you get further out, if we had this target all the way out, now depending on the distance you are from the target, you will have to aim a little bit higher or lower, right? So if we took this thing and put it all the way out there at say 25 yards, we're having to aim way higher than we would if we were, you know, within 3 to 10 yards or whatever. That's another thing you have to compensate for, especially when you're talking about rifles and shotguns and that type of thing. So we're gonna bring it in a little bit more and go over fundamentals a little bit.
They got some down here.
All right. So I like to shoot at this range, at this distance, because most self-defense shootings occur within 3 yards. Here, 3 yards, 3 rounds in 3 seconds. The rule of 3. Most gunfights don't last 15, 30 rounds. So when people talk about racking the slide, or I have to reload, you probably won't reload in a gunfight. If you are, you're having a really bad day. So stick to the shorter distances and work your way up from there. All right, so we just finished up shooting the Smith & Wesson carry comp. We'll just leave it carry comp. It ran well, no hiccups. Needed to sight that red dot in a little bit, but we worked through it. It's phenomenal. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be my carry gun from now on, and I'm really excited about shooting some more. We'll be back with more here at the, man, listen. That was a good time. So we just finished shooting the Smith & Wesson carry comp. We'll leave it at that. Shot really well. The comp really did a good job of mitigating recoil. Maybe needed to sight that dot in a little bit more, but we worked through it. We'll get it done and get it back out here next time. Again, we're at the Army-Navy Outdoor Center in Stockbridge, Georgia, and this is my new place to shoot. Stay tuned. And just for the record, I didn't flinch on that first shot when we walked into the range. I didn't flinch at all. I'm brave. Gunz N Dogz.